through some of the settings and the waiver options that you have on programs. So I've clicked into a program. If I go back and click into group-based program, I scroll down a little bit, you'll see the options here, settings and waiver to the right. If you don't have a waiver added, this won't appear, but I'll show you how to add one into your program. If I go into settings, let's go through the settings that you have. So a customizable program URL. By default, we will just give the end of the URL of the program a 4-digit code. You can turn this into anything you want, as long as it's not already taken on the system. If it's taken on the system, then we will tell you so. Just adding that little bit of customization and personalization to your program. Set your storefront visibility. Please see a separate video that Stephen's done on the storefront. However, you can choose to hide or show programs on your storefront. Maybe there's certain ones that you don't want to appear. Set your program availability. Let's say you've got space for 5 clients on a custom program and you don't have any time to take on any more. Once that you reach that limit, just click the block new subscriptions, and then even if a person gets access to the program, they won't be able to join. I'm going to turn that back on. Accessibility. By default, we have all programs accessible by anyone. What does that mean? It means that as long as it's available to new clients, if somebody comes along and accesses the program preview page, they will be able to follow the process to sign up. If you wish to make it private to certain people, just click this to make it private. And you can see here, once I turn it to private, I can add client emails to the list, or I can choose from my current list of people. So let's say if I only want Tom, Stephen, and Leon to be able to access this program, I click it private, that's that. So if John Doe comes along and tries to get onto the program, their email will not match the allowed list, and therefore they will be blocked from accessing the program. So it's a way of keeping your programs live, but private to certain people. I'm going to turn that back to public. Client performance notifications. Perhaps you're giving away a free program to a lot of people, and there is not coach interaction included with the program. People do not expect a coach to return and say well done on their comments or provide feedback. Rather than you as the coach being bombarded with lots of notifications about client performances that you are not required to respond to, you can mute them from your system. So just click muted, and now you will not receive any performance notifications from your clients on this particular program. Be aware that you will still receive notifications about downloads, subscriptions, payments, and those type of things, and cancellations, because we feel that they are still very important to know, even on perhaps free programs that you're delivering to a mass audience, so that you can get an idea of who's downloading your programming. For certain programs, so for custom programs, which is ideal for bespoke programming, and in this example, a group rolling calendar program, you can decide how far in advance can see their training. So in this case, unlimited, anything I put in this calendar, regardless of how far in the future, clients could scroll and see it. And you can change this to be 1, 3, 7, 14, 30 days in advance. So I'm going to leave that as unlimited for now. So your program welcome message. This is a customizable message that you can play around with, add files or media to, so pictures, maybe an introduction, a video introduction from you as the coach, that every client, when they join the program, will automatically receive to their inbox. So you can also put links to other programs in here, perhaps, or links to useful information or PDFs or anything else that you'd like the client to know straight away without you having to send that manually to your client. So they are the different options available to you. Please make sure you check these on your programs. Especially the see how far in advance clients can see their training. Obviously, with fixed length programs in relation to this setting, there is no visibility in advance. Once a client downloads the program, they get the program in full. With a session 1, day 1 program type, the client will always see 7 days in advance. That's how we trigger that program. So at midnight, a new day is released. At the midnight the next day, a new day is released automatically, so that the client always sees 7 days in advance. So you will see this option on custom and group rolling calendar programs only. So I want to show you waivers on FITR training. I'm going to jump forward and show you where to find history of what any waivers that a client has accepted. So Steven Segal recently signed up to a group-based program. If I click on his name from the client list, let me do that again slowly. Clients, Steven Segal, click on his list and you get the list of programs here. If I click to the right-hand side, the dot on the program that I know there was a waiver to, there you'll see there's a waiver acceptance. I click that waiver acceptance. Steven Segal accepted the waiver to group-based program on the 9th of July at 8:21. We will keep a record of the waiver conditions that client signed up to, including any documents, etc., that was attached at the same time. So, worst case scenario, you have to refer to that. You have that on record for your clients. So let's go back and see how we add one. So I go to group-based program. I click Edit Program on the right-hand side. I scroll down. You'll see there's the waiver. Now you can see I've adjusted the waiver slightly since Steven signed up to it, deliberately so that you can see that we store exactly what the waiver was when the client signed up to it. So if you change it, we will change what we store for that particular client when they signed up to it. So simply go down, click yes, enter any text that you may wish, or if you've got your terms and conditions already on a document, you can add them, or you can do both. You can add any media if you want as well. That's not an issue. Once you're happy, click save, and that's the waiver added. And then you click onto waiver next to the settings tab and you can see the waiver. So what happens with the waiver? When the client accesses the program preview page to your program and clicks the button to subscribe, download, get for free, they will be greeted by the waiver conditions, which they will have to accept before we allow them on the program. As I say, once they accept, once they get onto the program, then we will keep a record of the conditions that they signed up to, so you have reference at any point in the future.